Music used to begin with practice, repetition, and technical constraint. Today, it can begin with a sentence. Calm cinematic background music. Upbeat electronic intro. Minimal piano with subtle build. Within seconds, a complete track is generated, structured, mixed, exportable. This shift is not just technological, it is structural. In this episode, we compare AI music generators, not to rank them, but to examine how they function, where they diverge, and what their differences reveal about computational creativity. Traditional digital music production relied on tools, software instruments, sequencers, audio workstations. The user remained responsible for composition, arrangement, and refinement. AI music systems shift the starting point. Instead of constructing sound step by step, the user specifies an outcome. The model predicts musical structure based on statistical relationships between melody, harmony, rhythm, tempo, and texture. This is not inspiration. It is probabilistic sequence modeling applied to audio generation. Understanding that distinction clarifies both the strengths and the limitations of these systems. Most AI music generators follow 3 stages. First, large-scale pattern learning. The model internalizes correlations across musical structures and genres. Second, conditioning. The user provides parameters such as mood, tempo, instrumentation, or lyrical theme. Third, generative sequencing. The system predicts the next element in the composition note by note, measure by measure, while maintaining statistical coherence. When comparing tools, the relevant variables are control, structural stability, and adaptability. Some generators operate through minimal prompting. A short description yields a fully mixed track. Others provide additional control, such as tempo adjustment, stem separation, or regeneration of specific sections. Increased control enables refinement but introduces complexity. For many creators, friction reduction is more valuable than granular manipulation. Short outputs, 15 to 30 seconds, are often convincing. Over longer durations, repetition patterns become more visible. Transitional logic may weaken. Maintaining large-scale musical structure is computationally more demanding than producing stylistic accuracy in short segments. This is where system differences become measurable. Performance correlates with data density. Common genres such as pop, lo-fi, and cinematic ambient music tend to sound more polished. Less represented genres may appear generalized or stylistically flattened. This reflects training distribution rather than intentional bias. Models reproduce statistical frequency, not cultural depth. To evaluate systems objectively, use a fixed prompt. For example, calm instrumental track, documentary tone, 90 beats per minute, gradual build, minimal percussion, generate outputs across multiple tools, assess 4 dimensions, structural progression, melodic intentionality. Transition smoothness, mix balance, repeat with a contrasting genre. Patterns will emerge. Those patterns reflect optimization priorities embedded during model tuning. Some systems prioritize harmonic safety. They remain within predictable chord progressions and established rhythmic frameworks. Others introduce greater variation but risk occasional structural instability. These tendencies indicate how aggressively the model samples from its learned probability space. Conservative sampling increases reliability. Aggressive sampling increases novelty. Each approach serves a different creative workflow. For video creators, AI music generation reduces licensing barriers and accelerates production cycles. For developers, it enables rapid soundtrack prototyping. For educators, it provides live demonstrations of compositional structure. For musicians, it functions as an ideation tool rather than a replacement mechanism. The human role shifts from execution to evaluation, from constructing every note to selecting, adjusting, and contextualizing generated output. AI systems excel at speed, variation, and stylistic replication. They are less effective at long-form narrative intention or culturally embedded meaning. The comparison between human and machine creativity is not competitive. It is layered. AI expands the searchable space of musical possibility. Humans determine relevance and purpose within that space. AI music generators are not redefining music itself. They are redefining the entry point into music creation. Composition can now begin with description rather than performance. However, intention remains external to the model. The system generates structure. Meaning is still assigned by the user. This distinction will shape how creative industries adapt over the coming decade. Thank you for watching Neural Pulse Lab. Subscribe for continued analysis of emerging AI systems and their practical implications. See you in the next episode.